Autodesk Inventor is a 3D modeling software. This is part 2 of a tutorial series on how to use Autodesk Inventor. This tutorial uses the 2017 version, other versions will be slightly different. An assembly is a bunch of parts assembled together. Let's make a new assembly. This time when we open up Autodesk Inventor, we click New Assembly. To place a part into our assembly, we select Place and then select the file of the part we want to place. You can click to place as many of the part as you want. Another way to place parts is to just drag a file into Inventor right from the File Explorer. Once we have our parts, we need to put them together. For this, we use the constrain command. Constrain is the most useful command for making assemblies. Most of creating assemblies is using the constrain command. Learn to use it, and use it well. To constrain a part is to determine where the part is in relation to another part. This is how we stick parts together to create an assembly. There are a few different types of constraints. Mate constraints place one face onto or level with another. Angle constraints set the angle between two parts. Insert constraints insert a part into a hole in another. The mate constraint will probably be the constraint you use most. With mate selected, we see two options, mate and flush. Mate is used to stick two pieces together. We click the two faces we want to attach and then apply or OK. Flush is used to make two parts level to each other. We click the two faces that we want to be at the same height, then apply, or OK. Both options have an offset box which lets us set the distances parts are apart. We can use mate with an offset to make two faces a certain distance apart. We can use flush with an offset to make one face a certain distance past another. Sometimes when we try to constrain something, a window pops up that says the assembly cannot be solved. The new relationship conflicts with existing assembly relationships. That means there are too many constraints that argue with each other and both can't work at the same time. We can choose to edit, cancel, accept, or diagnose the relationship. What I'm about to say is vitally important, don't accept the relationship. Find out the problem and fix it using one of the other options. Selecting accept the relationship makes everything work in strange and unpredictable ways. Soon more constraints won't work either, and everything you do will end up working in frustrating and nonsensical ways. If you accept a conflicting relationship, you will die sad and alone as the conflicting relationships taunt you until your last days. Fix it, and you'll be fine. Notice that the 3D model and sketch tabs are still present even though we are making an assembly. We can edit parts within the assembly. When we edit a part within the assembly, the changes we make only apply within our assembly, so if we use that same part in a different assembly it isn't changed. If we want to change the part in every file it's used in, we can double-click the part, or right-click it and select Edit. Notice how everything else goes transparent except the part we're editing. We can now change the parts file, so every assembly the part is in will also have these changes applied. If we have multiple of the same part in our assembly, the change will apply to each one. I think if I say constrain or assembly one more time today, we will all be driven to madness. So with that, I bid you good night, and good luck. May the force be with you.